Hi there. You'll need some bolsters or pillows for this practice. Make sure you have them before you get going. This hip opening class is great if you've been surfing a lot. It'll help release the lower back and generally free the body up from tension that you don't need. So just come to lying on your back, and on your next inhale, take the left leg towards the chest, bend the knee and hug the knee in. From here, take that left leg across the body, so you're coming into a twist. And if you need to, you can let that left leg drop onto the bolsters or onto the pillows. Extend your left hand out beside you and looking at the left fingertips, take a deep inhale and allow your body to release into the pose as you exhale. And we'll stay here for a number of minutes. Check that you're not pulling down with your right hand on top of your left leg, but instead use the weight of the right arm to drop onto the left leg. Or if you prefer, you can let the right arm just drop to the side and rest on the ground. With Yin Yoga, we want to allow the weight of the body to find the pose. And then take the effort out. Let gravity do the work. And over time, the stretch will begin to go deeper, deeper into the body. The body will begin to sink further into relaxation. If it helps, you can do a body scan. Scanning from the tips of the toes all the way up to the top of the head, just to check that there's no tension in the body that you don't need. This pose might not feel particularly dynamic for some people, but nevertheless, we allow the body to sink further into the stretch. And let your body rest as it releases. Enjoying this time to be still and calm. Allow the head to be supported on the ground. Enjoying your last few moments here. And before you move, you need to mentally prepare your body to change. And then in your own time, slowly begin to bring yourself back to center. Let your left leg come flat on the ground, your hands come beside you, and the eyes remain closed. Just let yourself lie here for a deep inhale and exhale. And then swapping sides. So take the right knee towards the chest, and then cross that right leg over the body. Either have the left hand on top of the right knee, or let the left hand just drop to the side. Having your right hand extended out to the side in line with the shoulder, and look at the right fingertips. Once you've found the place that works for you, take a deep inhale and allow your body to relax even further as you exhale. And again, you can do a body scan from the tips of the toes to the top of the head. Checking there's no tension, or sending a deep inhale and an exhale to an area of the body that might have a little bit of tension that you don't need. Let it go as you exhale. You can take the time to notice whether this side feels different to another. We're not trying to beat ourselves up or congratulate ourselves, just taking the time to notice. Checking in with the body. Yin Yoga is our opposite to all the Yang practices we do in our lives or do in our day. Surfing is a very Yang practice. So think of this practice as a way of balancing out the body, balancing out the mind. Allowing your body to rest, restore and digest. Taking your last few moments here. See if the body can release a little further. Then mentally preparing yourself to move. And slowly, in your own time, begin to bring yourself back to the center. Lying on your back once you get there. Letting your right arm become straight on the ground. The hands are beside you with the palms facing the sky. While you're lying down, take the right ankle onto the left knee. Let the right knee just drop to the side. And then bend your left leg so that it lifts your right leg up. Take both hands around the left thigh and use the weight of the arms to pull your left leg towards your chest. You should get a nice stretch on your right arm or your right glute. If you'd like to increase the stretch a little more, you can hold onto your shin, your left shin, and you can begin to rock both knees a little to the left, and you should find a bit more of a stretch. Let the head drop down to the ground, and again just allow your body to release into the pose over time. And this one might feel a little more dynamic. Breathe into the parts of the body that feel tight. Even though Yin Yoga is a passive practice, it can be quite confronting when you're asked to sit still or lie still in a place that doesn't necessarily feel comfortable. But it's a lesson for us to understand how we deal with discomfort, what our mind does with discomfort. A practice to see whether we can relax and release and accept the discomfort in the body. Understand what it is, where it comes from, but to keep our mind calm and happy. And you can take those skills and those learnings into the rest of your life. And again, sending a long exhale to any part of the body that feels particularly tight. Enjoying your last few moments here. And mentally preparing yourself to move. Take a final inhale and exhale. And then slowly begin to bring yourself out of the pose. Releasing both legs and bringing your feet to the ground. Just let both legs fall in towards each other. And then swapping sides. So the left ankle comes on top of the right knee. Hug your right knee towards your chest. Take hold of the back of the thigh, or take hold of the shin, the front of the lower leg. And again, if you want a bit more of a dynamic stretch, you can rock both legs towards the right a little bit. And again, check that you're using the weight of the arms to find the stretch rather than pulling and bringing more tension into the shoulders. With Yin Yoga, it can be quite a challenge to stay in one place for a long period of time, especially if you're a go person. But the challenge is not to force ourselves to stay here, but to accept and to allow ourselves to stay here. If it helps, you can remind yourself that you're balancing out all the yang practices in your life. Or you can simply enjoy being still, even if you might feel the dynamic stretch. Taking your last few breaths here. See if you can release a little further before you move. And then taking a final inhale and exhale. Slowly begin to release the legs. In your own time, take your legs down so that they're straight on the ground, a little wider than hip distance. And just lie here for a couple of moments, taking in the difference from one side of the body to the other. And then for here, you'll need the bolster or the pillow. So slowly roll onto one side, use your hands on the ground to bring yourself up to sitting. Take the bolster or pillows behind your back. Have the bum on the ground, the feet together and the knees wide. And then slowly release yourself back onto the bolster or pillows. And release your hands down beside you with the palms facing the sky. So you might find a nice opening in the hips, letting the knees fall to the side, let gravity do the work. And you might find a nice release in the chest as well, depending on how high your bolster is. Reclined Baddha Konasana. Again, it might not be a dynamic stretch for some, it might be for others. But whatever you feel, allow your body to feel it. Whatever you feel, allow your body to relax. Allow your body to melt, to surrender. Checking that the jaw is released. The tongue has relaxed, letting it relax behind the top teeth. You don't have to do anything or be anywhere. Notice how the breath lifts the chest and the stomach. And notice if your body releases a little further with every exhale. Taking in your last few moments here. And then take a final deep inhale and exhale. Begin to roll onto your left hand side or your right hand side. Bringing your knees together. You can use your hand as a pillow or let your hands drop in front of your chest. And then pressing your hands into the ground. Bringing yourself up to a comfortable cross-legged sitting position. Have the hands somewhere comfortable, close the eyes, and take in how your body might feel a little different. Bring the hands to prayer in front of the chest, and bowing the head to the heart. Namaste.